Hey guys, what's going on? It's Gleevac. So before this video begins, I wanted to show you a really nice competitive clip I got. So right off the bat, I do manage to finish off the Zen and the Mercy, and that pretty much just wins the game, honestly. I mean, once you take out both supports, it's 6-on-4. No one's getting healed. Everyone's just going to slowly trickle and then die. And you can see how well I was doing in this game just because of how focused the Genji is on me. Because you know he wants to kill me, but a lot of this, his team is pressuring him into killing me because they're going to call out when they're dead, obviously, the Zen and the Mercy. So then, you know, he's pissed off, and his team's like, oh, man, come on, man, you got to kill the Genji. So he's all flustered when he could be focusing on other targets. I'm picking up all these eliminations here, with help, obviously. But, I mean, I didn't see that Mercy on the left, though, but... I mean, I think Widow is very good on console. It's just kind of like a PC. It might actually be easier. Listen to why I say that. The reason I say why Widow might be easier in console than PC is because console players might not be as equipped as PC players to take her out, especially with like communication and things like that. Plus, if you run in like another Widow on the other team can't counter the Widow you have if you are already very good. Because I rarely run into good Widows. So those are just my thoughts. I know I have to wrap this up right now and commentate the next game because this clip's ending, but I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of what I've been doing in competitive.
I almost feel no one can hide from the hunters. Oh. The enemies attack.
So moving into the gameplay now, this is my third game at Eichenwald, I believe, and this was by far one of the best gameplays you'll see on my channel. As if I say that like every video, man, but I just getting so much better recently. I go 33-6, I believe, with 13 scope critical headshots, 55% accuracy. The way whenever I start out in a game, I always try to do extremely well because that kind of sets the tone for the game. And this clip on the Genji, this shows. You can kill Genjis, man. I mean, like, you can do it if you really know how to work the map and how to get around corners where you can scope in, get some charge time going. I get asked pretty often how you can take out Genjis as Widow. It can be very difficult if the Genji is good, but one thing that I always do is I'll throw down my mine in a place where first off, I'll start running away. I'll throw down my mine against the wall or something where I can get that triggered, and then I'll be charged up around the corner with trying to get a headshot off. If I do miss or he uses deflect or something, then I'll use my primary fire, and I'll save my hook for when I'm very low health and I need to go in and grab some health or something. So that's typically what I do with that. And with Hanzo's, I get asked that a good bit too. With Hanzo, what you want to do is these are a lot harder to do on defense, or a lot harder to defend yourself against on defense, because you can't really back up anywhere. If you're on defense and your whole team dies and you can't really back up, you'll probably just die because the whole team's pushed forward. But on attack, you can back up, which is why I prefer attack. But to take out Hanzo's, one thing that I really like to do is like to just strafe right and left and jumping. I don't like to be touching the ground for very long, but then I'll jump straight up and then crouch. And they expect you to be doing the same strafe over and over, but if you switch up your strafes, and then you can get a nice charge headshot on, especially if you're crouched, you're a lot harder to hit. Essentially, it's just about being unpredictable. And as you saw that McCree right there, I'll try to throw out some tips whenever I see stuff like that, but that was just a nice lined-up headshot. But with McCree, when he was strafing about maybe a minute ago or so, you saw I didn't shoot, and that's because I'm trying to predict what he's doing, but he did a really good job of strafing around my shots. And so I was just trying to do my best to wait, because the more you shoot, this was really annoying. Winston was chasing me down, I just couldn't do anything about it. Dude, I did get revived with the Mercy, though. I don't think our Mercy was there to heal me or something, but as I was saying, the more you wait, the more you can predict their strafe from what they're going to do next. As long as they aren't landing consistent shots, I knew to the point where they're going to kill you. And so right now I'm pretty much just trying to defend the point here. I do chase after the Zen, because Zen is a very big part of a team composition, because you can throw out the Discord, you can do heals, all that kinds of stuff. And you can do a lot of damage too if he is very skilled. But right there, I do manage to take out the McCree with a satisfying headshot. I couldn't do anything more else to defend this point. I think our team just wasn't entirely there. This was in the brawl, so I mean there aren't very many skilled players in brawl from what I noticed. But one thing I do as Widowmaker very often is I'll target the Roadhog first, because he's an easy target to take out, but he's also such a big, he can destroy your team, honestly. He can hook your Mercy or your Zen or somebody, and then he can just that's just your support. Your support is gone after that. He can kill him from anywhere just if he gets his hook off. But right here on some more defense tips, I really couldn't do much. I mean, these guys are pissed. They were chasing me down. I really couldn't do anything about that. I did poison myself there by accident, I think, but I just got kicked in the face. Now right here I do get outplayed and outstrafed. I've noticed that with this part of Eichenwald, it's very hard to shoot down at people. In general, it's always hard to shoot down at people because it puts them on a 3D plane. I think someone in my comments said a while ago, instead as opposed to like a 2D plane when they're right in front of you. So you have to learn how to aim more of a downward angle, and in general, it's just a lot harder to use. But right here, you'll be able to see an example of how much easier it is to aim while they're right in front of you. So this McCree is coming up here. He just gives Zarya bubble, and so I do have my info set up, so I know where he's at. But right here, it's just a matter of predicting strafes, waiting, not freaking out, and just in general staying calm when you're confronted by somebody. And this was a part that I was kind of conflicted about. Whenever you're playing defense, someone is pushing the cart, but you need to hold down the front too. You need to be able to trust your teammates at certain points. Because if I went back there, that who knows what would have happened. I wouldn't be able to kill this McCree, excuse me, the Reaper. I wouldn't be able to get back up here. I wouldn't be able to put shots on McCree and the Mercy right now, hold them down, so they could have pushed forward and they could have gotten the payload through. So that's just it's Overwatch is essentially like a mind game. This is where the hookshot on the Zarya is coming up, but Overwatch is really just a mind game. I'm really trying to matter of stay calm and work the map. You do need to be able to hit your shots, obviously, as Widow, but dude, I can't get over that. Was such a nice shot. And then I just continue to go on here, but like who knows, that might have never happened if I back up to kill the Zarya. I just had to put my faith in the Tracer that she was going to take her out, and now look what I'm doing to the team. Now I'm essentially holding this point. I also get asked pretty frequently how you can get more headshots, or how you can just actually land headshots in the first place. You want to know how a hero moves and how their abilities and how they jump. Like I know Zarya has that weird, awkward kind of like muscular jump. I don't really know what to call that, but she has that jump that's very unique, and I know she doesn't go very high up. I know when McCree jumps, that his head doesn't really move too much. It just goes straight up in general. And some heroes, you know, that like Junkrat, his head's kind of crouched over, so he's easier to hit. It's just a matter of knowing how each hero plays and what their abilities are, and knowing when to shoot and when they're going to touch the ground. Because I usually kind of tend to wait. I'll aim a little if they're jumping or something. I'll aim like below where their head's going, or at their neck, and then when they fall down, I can hit their head. Or if they're in general just walking in a straight line or running right, I'll aim a bit ahead of where they originally are. Especially with the McCree coming up right here. I couldn't take this Mercy because she was flying too fast, but I was waiting until I knew where he was going to be, and because at any point when the hero is walking, this was extremely annoying. I hate solo ult. It drives me nuts, but I guess I kind of deserved it. But at any point when the hero is walking, they are going to stand still at some point. You know that, right? They're going to be able to have to stand still, they're going to reload, they're going to try to re-aim. And when that's the time when you should typically strike. Now right here, this is a great spot in Eichenwald. In general in defense, you want to try to find any spot that's high up where you can back up easily, and this is perfect for that. The only really weakness in that slot in the doorway is it's really easy for people to hit you because there's not much room where you can move. But you know, if you know how to work the map, you know your escape routes, you save your hook for when you need it. Like right here, I saved my hook, but it didn't pull me through the goddamn door for some reason. And I got domed, and they managed to push into that. So as I come off the spawn here, I start scouting out where the best area is for me to be able to defend from. So I look behind me, I notice there's some raptors up in the top right. I kind of make a mental note of that. I save my hook just in case I'm unable to get back up there. But one thing I want to talk about too on defense, especially, or just in general in the game, is people, like, I feel like people always are trying to snipe with Widow. Like, look how much damage I'm doing with the assault rifle. Obviously there's help from my team, but like, you do 12 damage, it used to be 15, but you do 12 damage for every single bullet that hits somebody, and that's a lot. Like, that really adds up, especially in close quarters. So if you're gonna try to especially go for just more eliminations in general per game, just use your primary fire, snipe when you're far away, and or just in general, as you practice more, you tend to learn when something is best. You have kind of a gut feeling. I say that a lot too in my videos, is that a gut feeling is what will make you a better player overall. 100%. I have 100% confidence in that statement, just because I use it literally in every situation, in every first-person shooter I played, I always listen to my gut. Like, your mind kind of tends to wander. Like, you tend to think, oh, I could kill this person if I just push forward. Like, especially if you're like winning in a game of competitive, your team is always like, if you know you start winning, like, and you spawn killing, you push forward. I mean, I don't, but a lot of people do. Like, a lot of people just push forward because they just want to increase the amount of pleasure they're having, but by spawn killing the team. But if you push forward too much, then they eventually kill you, obviously, because you're pushed forward out of the spawn, and there's more of them coming out than there are more of you being able to get back to the fight. So then you might actually lose, because that happens a lot in competitive. I see whenever I play against teams, they always get overconfident and they always try to push, and it just in general doesn't work out for them. So what I'm saying is just follow your gut feeling in general, like in live too, but just follow your gut feeling whenever you're playing video games. So that's pretty much that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been Gleevac. Leave any comments if you have any questions. I always answer questions. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Do all that kind of stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.
Epic. Excellent.